And now down to consumables after spending God knows how long.
Yeah.
Now, the major EXP boost is basically just a 25% EXP boost for 3 hours, which stays after death. Even if you die 100 times, you can...
Yeah.
There's no... In other particular EXP boosts, there's... You gain it while doing this, you gain it while doing that. No, this gives it through everything. You can be doing space battles, you can PvP, you can...
Yeah, it's just a blanket 25% more experience to power level, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the one, or you can get a 5-pack.
Yep, the 5-pack.
Which is like 5 for the price of 4 or something like that.
And the one below it is a minor. It only lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah. So if you're jumping on for an hour and you know you're going to really be grinding through some levels for that hour, you can get that relatively cheap and get a good decent amount of experience for that short time.
Yep.
Fleet Pass.
Fleet Pass is something subscribers get constantly, but we can use this also in case our original Fleet Pass.
Yeah, this is without a cooldown. So yeah, a Fleet Pass you get it's a very long cooldown. If you need to teleport back from a planet back to your main base for your side, the Fleet Pass will get you there instantly, but then there's a long cooldown. This
16 hours.
Yeah, and so for this one here, 90 Cartel points. I mean, it's not something I use very often anyway.
Yeah.
I'm usually managing.
I can usually
without having
use the quick travel just to go back to the station and find myself.
Yeah. So,
but you never know when you may need something like this.
Yeah. So next one down.
Next one is medical probes. Once again, this is something that subscribers get constantly.
Yeah.
Free to play do not get this. Basically, the meaning of these are when you die, you can resurrect on the spot.
Yeah.
Within limitations, obviously, if you're in a dungeon. Yeah.
It's the cooldown. You get a longer and longer cooldown the more times you die
within a half an hour period.
So with the medical probes, that just it's a spawn back straight where you are. Gives you like a 10 seconds or something to run invisibly to a safer place,
or begin casting your regeneration ability.
Yeah,
you can do that while invisible.
Yeah, so you can do that. That gets you back in the fight. You don't have to go back to the start of where you were running into, which has helped me before a few times when you charge into a fight that you think, this will be easy, and suddenly there's a couple of elites in there and you didn't realise.
Well, on the planet I was at today leveling, there's one particular quest to find a motor for a droid that's malfunctioning. The other droid's experimental. It's got emotions behind it, so it's a 4-man quest, but all you got to do is go run in, pick something up. I died twice on the way in and twice on the way out. Okay, next is the war zone.
Yeah, this is another limitation that comes with the free to play, which I'm sort of mixed on it. I don't really like the idea of limiting this sort of stuff because I think it's still part of the thing. But yeah, it's still
PvP wise they shouldn't limit it because
how are you going to farm it? Yeah, and if you want to PvP if you play games like this for PvP, it's forcing you to have to either subscribe
or buy them off the marketplace.
Buy this right here, which is your week pass,
or buy it off the auctions.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's 16-hour cooldowns. When you buy something on here, it's bound to you, but after that 16 hours, it's unbound.
Yeah.
So a lot of players.
Hence our friend who
brought a crap load of things and is now trying to sell.
He bought a whole bunch of things to sell on the thing as well. So,
but yeah, so a lot of these things, well, if done rightly, a lot of these things people won't be having to pay real money for. They can just pick it up off the...
Yeah, if you're playing very well, if you're putting the time in to make in-game credits, you'll be able to buy some of these things with in-game credits.
Yeah.
Rather than actually spending the real money, or for the people who don't have the time for that. If you just want to jump in and do a lot of PvP fighting, this week pass basically gives you a free pass for the whole week to go nuts. 240 cartel points. How much does that add up in real money?
$2.
What, $2? So
yeah,
see, that I think is perfectly reasonable for that.
I still think they should give you more than the 5 you get per week.
Well, it's five for the free-to-play. You get 5 Warzone fights a week, which I think it should be more of a, like, 2 per day or something, maybe, or something like that.
I think 20 per week as a total. If you want to burn through all 20 in a day, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
20 is there enough to get points to get gear. Because then you're going to be buying the unlock ability to even equip the gear if you're free to play. So it's annoying. It can be.
Page 2. Oh dear, there's a whole heap of these.
Yeah, there's...
So, flashpoints. Dungeons, basically.
If you're a World of Warcraft player.
Yeah. So yeah, flashpoints are your big dungeon. Go in. I think you have a limit of 5 a week for these.
5 a week that you get loot from, but you can continue to do them afterwards and get experience, but you just don't get the loot.
Okay.
So if you're using it to level while doing quests,
yeah,
you won't get the fancy gear, but you'll get hell of a XP boost.
Yeah. So see, for a free to play, it's still 5. I think is much better than the 3 that they originally had for these sort of things. So at least if you're playing free to play, you basically want to spend your week leveling, and then every now and then, whenever you feel like it, you can go and jump into one of these flashpoint things, or jump in and have a PvP match, things like that, without focusing too much on those. Next one down, space missions is the same thing. You get 5 space missions you can run a week.
I do, however, like this one.
Yeah?
The limit they have in this because of space bots.
Yeah, true. There's a lot of space botting out there for people to be able to just load it up and let the thing run space missions while you're not near the computer.
Yeah, and there's a few guys out there that are getting 10 million a day doing this.
Yeah, and
they're
and for the leveling and everything too. I think any time someone's using botting and things in a game, it is blatant cheating.
But unlike Warcraft, for example, it's not botting that gets in your way.
Yeah.
If you go to a low-level zone as Warcraft, for example,
yeah,
and there's a set of botters there, half of your mobs are already dead, and you have to wait for respawns, which they may tag before you.
Yeah, and then with the World of Warcraft thing, if it's a mining bot, for instance, it's everyone has that same thing to mine, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Guild Wars,
your own.
Yeah, everyone has their own. If there's a thing there that you can mine, you go up and mine it. It's still there for the next guy who walks up.
Yeah,
but it's not there for you. So it's another one of those things where it's not getting in your way. But yeah, I don't approve of botting in any case.
That's why I like the lockout, because a lot of people right now that are botting are making real life money doing it.
Yeah, true.
They're making so much credits that are selling it off.
Yeah.
And it's paying for their game. It's probably paid them to already unlock everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So, those that are already doing it are already prospering, basically.
Next.
And down to the weekly pass for operations.
Operations. So they're raids.
Mm-hmm.
They're the big ones.
They're the big ones.
Yeah, the big fights. It's all very high. It's all high level stuff anyway.
It's maximum level.
Yeah, so I think if you're at the point where you want to be doing operations and things,
you're probably a subscriber.
Yeah, you're gonna probably be at that point where you're like, well, you're at max level. You've done all the storyline, you've done all that sort of stuff. So if you want to seriously play the end game of Star Wars: The Old Republic, it's got to be. You're going to either subscribe or you're going to be spending a lot of time buying these weekly passes.
But it's only 240 Cartel points.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not going to be the most pricey thing up there. It might be, 500k.
Yeah, and so
that's still a lot. But
I think the good thing about having these unlocks for these so cheap is that for the people who can play for a week or two and then they have too many commitments, they can't play it for the whole month, they can jump on here, get a week pass for all of these things, cost them $2 a pop each. That's $8. They can do as many flashpoints, as many space missions, as many operations, everything, war zones as they want, and it costs them $8. But
if you're paying $8 for 1 week,
Mm.
Then you're paying 16 for 2. Why not just pay 16 for a month subscription?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. It's for the people who don't have enough time on their hands to play for the whole month.
Yeah, but even then, it's still cheaper if you just go for subscription in some cases.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I mean. That's the Operations one, the most, I think, is almost like they're going to be subscribers if they're going to be at that point. You've got to be level 50, you've got to have the good gear, and you've got to be dedicated to playing a lot of Star Wars. So,
but with that said, we're not saying you can't be a free-to-play.
Mm.
You just may be very good at making a hell of a lot of money, which makes us very happy.
Yep.
Feel free to buy our weekly passes. Okay, next we got the Valor Boost. This is a PvP thing. It relates back to the PvP unlockers earlier. It's just basically what it says. Adds a boost to your Valor. That's it. 3 hours. Enough said.
Yeah.
This is a minor boost. Lasts 1 hour. Enough said. And a quick travel. I don't see what benefit there is by locking this out. It's not an ability that can be abused. It's
very cheap though. But like the cooldown on quick travel
is
even for subscribers, you have a cooldown on quick travel, and it hasn't really hindered me playing.
Well, you can reduce the cooldown by your up here.
Yep.
Legacy.
Yeah, the Legacy will do it as well.
Legacy can reduce the cooldown of a lot of things. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah, but so yeah, that one not that important, but it's very cheap. So if someone is finding that they're trying to use their quick travel a lot, and it's got a long cooldown, and then yeah, for 90 Cartel credits, it's not that much at all. So that's fine.
Yep.
So yeah, take us back to the feature.
Because
we're back through it. We've done the test. We've gotten through them all.
Yeah, which took a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would have.
Yes, it did.
I am glad we've done that.
Well, till next time, eh?
Yeah, till next time. If you stayed on for this long, congratulations.
Yep.
If you liked the information we gave, give a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, by all means. Bonehead Gaming's link, well, to his channel will be in the description and somewhere in the annotation. Somewhere up here, if you can see my waving hand right about now. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.